Probably not. They're going to change this whole turning point message around. They're going to say Charlie wanted it this way. This turning point is going to be an Israeli psyop. There's no more telling the truth at turning point. If you was a man and you seen your wife hugging another dude like she hugged JD Vance, would something go through your mind? Why you holding the back of this man's head, bro? Why you like? Come on, come on. Why you touching the back of this man's head, bro? Why is his hands on your waist like that? We can see you. We can literally see you. You can't be moving like this, Erica. We seen how you hug Trump. We seen how you hugging JD Vance. Are you just that uh is that your style of hugging? Cause if so, let me get a hug. Let me get a hug. Let's see how things turn out. Charlie would not approve of this. JD Vance is a slime ball, a total slime ball, and she had the nerve to have this dude campaign at a turning point event. He was campaigning. Let's hear his campaign. We also want to hear his whole speech had nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. He hugging up on his wife like that. He had a speech that had nothing to do with the late great Charlie Kirk. His speech was campaigning for the next 4 years because he's going to run for some office and say, I was on Charlie Kirk's side. Let's hear his speech. Let's see if it's about Charlie Kirk or him and what his accomplishments are and what he want us to do and say Charlie would have wanted that. People we disagree with. It is hard for me to see because the spotlights are very bright, but whoever's in line, go ahead and yeah, he a cool wingman, but a dude around your wife? Nah. You better not have JD Vance around your wife. He a slime ball, allegedly. Everything, this whole thing is allegedly. That's why I titled it allegedly. Allegedly, he's a slime ball. Rest in peace, Charlie. Because the things that happened after Charlie death, I wouldn't be surprised if he was laying face down in his casket. I wouldn't be surprised. Because he won't be able to sleep comfortably with all the knives in his back. He gotta sleep face down because they stabbed Charlie in the back. They stabbed Charlie in the back. They took everything, even his wife. They took everything, even his wife. A year haven't even passed by. 6 months haven't even passed by. 3 months, y'all get the gist, haven't even passed by. And you already got JD Vance hugging up on Charlie Kirk's wife like this. If you was a man, how would you feel to see these pictures while you in the hospital? Let's be real. Question. Oh, there we let's go. See. Okay, let's see if it's speech about Charlie.
Hi, Mr. Vice President. Thank you so much for being here. My name's Lucy. And I'm Ellie, and we're with the Turning Point chapter for this question. Thank you, guys. Yes. Can you tell us how your faith helps you in your role as Vice President? Well, I appreciate that. That is a very good question, and this is another way in which Charlie has affected my life. I would say that I grew up.
See, this is another way in which Charlie have affected my life. Let's see if he was. Let's see. Let's
in a generation where even if people had very deep personal faith, they didn't talk about their faith a whole lot. And I grew up in a country where you just didn't hear political leaders talk about their faith. But the reason why I try to be the best husband I can be, the best father I can be, the reason why I care so much about all the issues that we're going to talk about.
Allegedly, word around the street, he got his wife by cheating with her because she was married. Allegedly, he was cheating with a married woman. So his whole Christianity uh pit goes straight out the window. It goes straight out the window. Allegedly.
Is because I believe that I've been placed in this position for a brief period of time to do the most amount of good for God and for the country that I love so much. And that's the most important way that my faith influences me is we all get a limited opportunity.
Yeah, he's been placed in Charlie's spot for 15 minutes to catch a nut and move on. Let's be real. Allegedly. Allegedly. Because I don't like what the fuck I'm seeing. Right after his death, y'all celebrate his memorial. It's like y'all was celebrating in there. Y'all hop on Turning Point telling Candace Owens to stop her investigation. Y'all don't have good answers into why old dude Tyler was taking messing around with evidence. Oh, because there's bad people in the world. And y'all gonna buy that and tell the world that there's bad people in the world. That's what Tyler told me. And I ran with it. I'm telling y'all, Turning Point ain't Turning Point no more. It's an Israeli psyop.
To make a difference. And if you believe as we believe, you believe that God, you believe that Jesus Christ has a plan. And sometimes we don't understand that plan. By the way, one way I don't understand that plan is why my friend lost his life 6 weeks ago. Sometimes I get pissed off about.
Was that JD Vance's friend? How many pictures? Let me see if I can find some pictures with JD Vance and Charlie Kirk. Because it seems like everybody was cool with Charlie Kirk before his passing. Trump even showed up to the memorial. But I ain't seen Trump on his show when he was alive. I ain't seen Trump nowhere to be seen when he was alive. They wasn't touching with a 10-foot pole when he was alive. But now that he's gone, they're touching his wife. That's how close in the household they are. The mice done got in the household and she's feeding them cheese. Let's see. JD Vance, Charlie Kirk. JD Vance and Charlie Kirk pictures. Okay, okay, okay. They were at events together. Okay. Yeah. Why would you need enemies when you got friends like this? I bet he never hugged her like this when Charlie was alive. A brief handshake. Now he's skin to skin. Yeah, at least he's not here to see this bullshit that's going on. All the lies being thrown around. Every time we see Erika on TV, she just seemed faker and faker. I'm like, what the was Charlie messing with? He was messing with a bag chaser, a 304, prime real estate. She was dealing with a dude 4 to 5 years younger than her. That's not her type. Trump, JD Vance, niggas like that is her real type. Powerful motherfuckers. You can't be in a room full of powerful motherfuckers with your husband, especially when your past is that messed up. Allegedly trafficking, allegedly getting butt ass in front of Trump at 16, allegedly. And Charlie Kirk, just like every other dude, married a 304, allegedly. And now we see what the 304 does right after his death. She couldn't even wait 6 months. She couldn't even wait 6 months. Wash the sheets first. Damn, you still got Charlie hair in the bed. Like, what a slime ball. Turning Point USA is not Turning Point USA anymore. That's what I'm saying. Why is she all in the spotlight now? She was never like this before Charlie Kirk. She was never like this before Charlie Kirk death. I ain't never seen her. We ain't never really seen her like that. All we seen was Charlie Kirk and his college kids. After his death, we see everybody coming out the woodwork. I care because Charlie is dead. That's why I care. And they doing this behind his back.
But what I remind myself is that there is a deeper.
And a slime ball is has infiltrated Turning Point. The only one that would have turned down these moralist donors is dead now. They're not turning down no money now. All money is good money in the eyes of Erika. She's a bag chaser, a former 304, allegedly. That's what I'm saying. She's running around here like a HBIC. She's a boss. When the hell we gonna see them sad ass kids? I know they sad. Daddy gone. She told them he went for a long ass trip. They still waiting on daddy. She probably still lying to them kids. She probably still lying to them kids and don't give a damn. Cause mama gotta move on. She done brought out them 1985 skin tight spandex and had to make a move.
Rhythm. That Jesus Christ is the author of the fate of human history, and we are
Yeah, that Trump
charged
hug
to
was
do.
like, oh, that's who your real daddy is. You don't come on. We know what Trump is about and was about in the 80s when he was younger and wilder. We know what Trump was about. And she was doing beauty pageant shows for Trump. And that's the first guy she ran and go get to speak at Charlie Kirk's memorial. Let's be real. Let's be real. Allegedly. This the real that Candace Owens should be talking about, but she can't talk about this. She can't talk about Erika Kurt. She gotta say Turning Point. Erika Kurt is the CEO of Turning Point. If Candace Owens is going at Turning Point, who in the hell you think she really going against? Because Erika is the CEO now. So when you hear Candace say bad things about Turning Point, just know she's talking about Erika Kurt. Allegedly.
Everything that we can to effectuate that vision, to make our country a more virtuous place, a more prosperous place where people can raise a family and not be persecuted for their faith, but teach their children their faith. That recognition that all of us have a duty. And I have two very important duties as Vice President of the United States to the American people and to God. And that's the most important influence my faith has on me. Thank you.
Allegedly, he's the only Christian in his own household. Son Buddhist, wife, goddamn some other shit, Catholic. Got three different religions under one household, allegedly.
I understand your view on illegal immigration is it should be a top priority.
Let me go to his speech. I know he wasn't. Let me go. Let me go to Erica. Let me look at Erica. You know, Erica Miss Dramatic. She gonna put on some tears. She gonna keep patting that eye. When she was coming out of the tunnel, she was patting that eye coming out the tunnel. And that's her little thing now, just patting the eye. Gotta keep that makeup straight though. But she gonna pat that eye. They don't feel no way about it. They can't feel a way about it. They see what's going on. Mega see exactly what's going on. The mega headquarters has been ransacked with slime balls. They brought guns to the party. All of Erica Kurt's friends is here now. These are Erika Kurt friends. These are people Erika Kurt introduced Charlie to. She was in Romania when Charlie was in high school. She was doing beauty pageants when Charlie was a no name. She was around these powerful people before Charlie was even Charlie. So let's be real. And look who the first people she bring out. Niggas she knew from the past. Yeah, those them hot girl summer pants. She trying to reel them in. Catch a fish pants. Catch a big fish pants. And Charlie was trying to portray her as a housewife. This was the housewife, guys. I ain't come on now. She's a boss, not a housewife. We know the difference. She's a send them to the nanny mom. Got about three nannies. Cause she don't want to deal with all these kids after work. Cause work is her life. Not being a house mom. Let's be real. That's not a real mom. Exactly. That's a bag chaser. Former 304. HBIC. Head in charge. A boss. Not a housewife. And Charlie was trying to turn a bag chaser into a housewife, and Charlie turned down 2M a year, and she got mad, and look what happened to Charlie. Allegedly. We gotta be real. Since they lying, we gonna try to put some shit together ourselves. This what happens when we're forced to put shit together ourselves. We just start investigating everything. Because they was lying on TV. Talking about Charlie neck. His bones was strong as Superman bones because it stopped something that can go through big game. Once they lied about that, I didn't believe nothing else they said. Now we gotta investigate ourselves. Now we gotta look into everybody. 16 hours, no water, no food. Investigate. Interrogate. Cause it seems like they're just playing in this man's face now. Yeah. She had connections to Trump before Kurt even knew about Trump, before Kurt could even shake Trump's hand, before he can get to the level where he can even shake a Trump's hand. She was wrapped in Trump's arms at 16 at a pageant show, allegedly, because you know Freaky Trump. We heard about Freaky Trump, and when you got that much money and you that horny, shit can go down. Yeah, she probably forgot she was in public. Or she's just around so many powerful people, what can we really do to her? She moved on. Candace didn't. Candace Owens probably crying every night right next to her husband. And he's trying to figure out why she's still sad. Erika moved on. She getting a bag now. A bigger bag. She let's be real, she did bring Turning Point to new heights. Turning Point is literally in the biggest of leagues because she ain't turning down no money. Definitely smoke. And it's not cigar smoke.
Word on the street. You guys have a.
And like with her, she's always telling these stories about Charlie Kirk and she never break down about it. It's like she never her voice never cracks when she's telling her stories about Charlie Kirk, the man that she supposedly loved. She can laugh all day. She can tell stories all day. She can speak for 40 minutes about Charlie Kirk without cracking her voice, without breaking down. It don't matter if it was 3 days after Charlie death or a week after Charlie death. Ain't shit changed but the email address.
Out there. I hear it's a good one. It's hottie toddy.
She already knew the same. Oh, I can't. I can't. That's why we always got it. That's why we always getting on Erica ass. It's like she just can't be real about it. Just be real, dog. You wanted Turning Point USA for yourself. You really wanted a big boss nigga, and you had, Charlie was in the way. Charlie was in the way for a lot of people. A lot of people in Turning Point turned on Charlie. Definitely was an inside job, allegedly. That's why we called the show allegedly. Now every time we see her, she laughing, giggling, telling old past stories about Charlie Kirk. It never gets to her. She never get choked up. She will pat her eye with that tissue though. Definitely not. Definitely not. It's too close to the buttocks. It's too close to the poom poom. It's too close. It's too how you say it? Not emotional, but too much physical touch, dog. Get your hands off my wife. Get your hands off my wife. I might have died like 2 weeks ago, but get your hands off my wife. Because I and JD Vance got a history of sleeping with other men wives. The woman that he's with now allegedly had a husband already. So if you know JD Vance, this is just JD Vance being JD Vance. He one of them. You gotta be in the car when you going to pick him up with your girl, cause you just can't send her by herself, cause JD Vance gonna try to pull a move. The old JD Vance, and look who he hanging around. Another sleazeball, Trump. Two sleazeballs, and Erika Kurt is in the middle of this bullshit. Let's hear this giggling 304.
I love it. I love it, but it's a tremendous honor and blessing to be on stage today. And this is what Turning Point USA is all about. This is what the future of our
That's the thing. Charlie was boring because he was doing everything right. She need a nigga like JD Vance. He's not going to do right. Charlie was doing everything right and she was bored. How long could she play a housewife? How long could she keep up that act of being a housewife when we clearly see what's her potential and what she really is? We clearly see. Clap it up for Erika. She's a boss. When the last time you seen a boss playing house? The boss is at work getting his money on. Charlie was in the way because he was turning down what she would never turn down. That was a problem for Turning Point and Erika Kurt, who saw herself as the CEO of Turning Point, and look how she running things. That was an easy slide in. The first people she go and get is the president and the vice president. She doing big things. Charlie could never do that. Not like this. Turning Point wasn't that big when Charlie was in front. The whole thing was weird. I'm like, I don't know who her PR team is, but they should not let her speak about Charlie anymore. Because there is no emotion. She could care less about a Charlie Kirk. I bet when she heard the news, she finished getting her nails done. She was probably at the manicure pedicure place getting her nails done. Oh, you know your husband died? She finished her session. That's the type of chick she is, allegedly. Allegedly collecting that big money insurance. Of course. We all know women like this. She get into the bag. And please don't get in her way because she will be the most dangerous thing in your life. If you get between her and that bag. And we can't blame Erica Kirk. We don't know her childhood life when you're being thrown and thrusted in front of powerful men with a lot of money. We don't know what happened to Erica Kirk. We just know when she got with Charlie, she was already messed up. A skeleton behind the makeup. But Charlie never seen it. Let's get back to this fake shit.
Country is all about. And I want to thank you all also on a personal level for all of your prayers and all of your support, not only for our family, but for the Turning Point USA family, which includes all of you, especially those that are students, part of the Turning Point USA chapter at Ole Miss. So I love you guys. Truly, this whole, you guys have.
Get it out. See, she paused. She didn't know why she loved him. Because she didn't give a fuck about Charlie Kirk debating high school kids. She didn't give a fuck about what he was doing. She just knew money was coming in. She don't know why she loved them. Let's go back to why she loved them. Let's run it back. Because you said you love them. Now let's see why you love them. Get your words together, Erica.
Those that are.
Because clearly you ain't sad enough. I would have just chalked it up to she about to cry, but she's not crying. She haven't cried in years. She got all her tears out the way at the age of 16.
Students part of the Turning Point USA chapter at Ole Miss. So I love you guys. Truly, this whole.
Hmm? Get it?
You guys have no idea how
We're listening, Erica. Let's get the words out. Put the words together. Come on now. Why do you love us?
helpful it is to have all of you in my life because you help me feel even more deeply connected to my husband. And I thank you for that. I thank all of you for that.
So she needed the turning point audience to make her feel more deeply connected to Charlie, the same woman who was sleeping in the same bed as Charlie. She needed an outside source to make her feel more connected to her husband. An outside source, an outside source to where she couldn't even recognize why she loved the people that she say she loved. Yes, she's the CEO now. The housewife turned CEO. No hiccups. Strong woman. That's a strong woman. She don't cry behind closed doors. She don't cry in front of audiences. She never got sad. We can see it on her face. We can hear it in the speech. Of course it was a setup. And I'm screaming inside job until I pass away. This was an inside job, allegedly. Because it's too many happy motherfuckers around that Turning Point USA office for me to feel like somebody just died, especially the head honcho in charge just died, who put everybody on. And everything continues like nothing happened. She touching niggas on the back of the head, letting niggas rub her waist, putting her head inside a nigga's chest. Trump. She laid in Trump's chest like somebody should have grabbed her hair and said, "We don't do that." She should have had a black woman right next to her that cooked collard greens and said, "We don't do that." She need a PR team because that 304 keep jumping out. That 304 that's inside of Erica keeps jumping out every time she's around niggas with money and power, allegedly.
And I say that also because you guys are the heartbeat of Turning Point USA. You're the heartbeat of this organization. And every time we were at an event, especially one that Charlie was speaking at, he would always ask beforehand, he would always ask Mikey or the team, he'd say, who in the audience is a Turning Point USA chapter leader or chapter member? And whenever there was a student there, he would stop everything before the event and he would sit down with them. He would ask you what your name is, what you're studying, what is the issues that are going on campus. He would take the time to make sure that you guys knew he was investing into you, into your chapter, into your.
And he decided to put none of that on camera. The only stuff that he put on camera is him going back and forth with young college kids. I don't know if he did that or didn't do it. Erika said he did do it. Okay, he did do it. But what I'm really concerned about, like I said, she's speaking for how long? This whole speech is 28 minutes and she never broke down. This whole speech about Charlie Kirk, 28 minutes and she never broke down. She never cried. It never happened. Your husband just died. The month ain't even over yet. When this was recorded, the month that he died wasn't even over yet, and you was already comfortable speaking on uh memories with about Charlie Kirk and not crying at all. No tears. And you bringing up slime balls like JD Vance, who was campaigning for his run for presidency in the next 4 years. That was a campaign run. Charlie would not want this. Let's be real. Candace is the only person right now that shed a tear. She just can't say Erica's name, but she will keep saying Turning Point USA, which Erika is the CEO of. So you might as well start saying Erica's name. Because it's clear it's beef. Real beef. Because Erika want her to stop, allegedly. Stop investigating my husband's death because we've already found the murderer. And you running around with these shenanigans. But Candace Owens, no, something is fishy about the whole Turning Point USA because Turning Point USA decided to take up for everybody who smelt suspicious on that day of Charlie Kirk's death. People wondering why I care so much because motherfuckers are lying. I want to know, can I get knocked off just for having a simple difference of opinion? Can I get knocked off for speaking hateful words? Can I get knocked off for not liking someone? Can I lose my job for not liking someone? Charlie Kirk was unalive because he had difference in opinions, and they tried to blame it on a trans woman. Then they blamed it on the kid who didn't know what the hell was going on. Nothing makes sense. Let me see what's going on. We've all missed.
Well, new claims are being made in the Charlie Kirk assassination. And today I want to look at some of the new videos that are dropping that people are analyzing and saying that point to a betrayal of Charlie Kirk. Now, we want to look at these videos specifically and talk about everything that's seen because when it comes to all of the claims that have been made throughout this entire process, these videos specifically, I have to say it right off the rip,
Oh yeah. Somebody said, how about the movie Snake Eyes? Very strange. All of it is strange. We just gotta put the pieces together. We just gotta put the pieces together. Everything around this man's death is strange.
Strange. Okay. I don't want to overuse that word in this video, but I will definitely tell you right off the rip, what you're going to see here is very peculiar. So I'll try to use as many different words to describe what we're seeing, but just know that it is, above all, it's just strange. And so I'm going to tell you what I think. Of course, I want to hear your opinion. There's going to be a lot of you that disagree or agree. Whatever your opinion is, leave it down below. Let's go ahead and jump right in. So let's talk about the
Yeah.
first claim here, which I think is
She had her hands all in his head. Massaging a bump, I guess. Like, it's too close. Like, were y'all good friends? That's your husband's man. That's not your man's. There's a professional way to hug a JD Vance. And this ain't it. There's a professional way to touch your man's wife without getting slapped. And that ain't it. Neither one of these guys got the memo. They're being exposed. They're exposing themselves. This whole case is exposing itself because they can't hide it anymore. They were actually really happy at the memorial. I was there. I never heard so many claps. This is supposed to be a memorial. Trump turned it into a Trump rally. JD Vance turned this event into a campaign. They are using Turning Point USA to campaign, push the agenda, their agenda. This has nothing to do with Charlie Kirk's agenda anymore. It's the Erika Kurtz empire now. And she's going to do as she sees fit. The most powerful person at Turning Point USA is a single mom with 3 kids. Touche, nigga.
probably one of the more interesting
The
ones,
one
and this
thing
one
Charlie
actually
Kirk didn't, he always talked about single moms. And look who's the head of Turning Point. The same nigga who used to talk about single moms and this and that. Look who's the head of Turning Point, a single mom.
revolves around Mikey McCoy. I didn't imagine this guy really
Very
coming up
passionate.
as far as being not really a suspect, but somebody that's, potentially linked to betraying Charlie, but he is. So here's the video in question, or at least parts of it, and then we'll kind of walk through the whole thing. Now, moments before this, you actually see Mikey McCoy is doing socials. So according to Andrew Colbert, he would post socials like at all these events that Charlie was at. And so essentially, it would give the audience real time and real kind of behind the scenes looks, at what's going on, right? So really cool. That's something that
Mikey used to be the cameraman holding the camera, getting behind the scene footage of Charlie doing Charlie shit. So single moms can't do anything. I'm not saying that. That's what Charlie used to say. And now the ironic thing is a single mom is is running Turning Point USA. That's the funny part. That's the ironic thing about it. R.I.P. Charlie. No point intended.
they're very good at social media, right? And so they're always kind of posting little clips here and there. Okay, fine. We see that Mikey is doing that moments before. Now, what's interesting in this specific clip, though, is you'll see the position where Mikey is. Now, the claim is being made that there's no way that he's showing, Charlie plus the crowd, or Charlie plus the person that was speaking to Charlie at that time, which admittedly it's not the best position for Mikey to be in, right? But
It's saying like all of Charlie's friends during that day was moving strange as hell. I want to see Erica's call log a week before Charlie died and during that day he died. I want to see her call log. I want to see everybody she made a call to, who she was on the phone with. Now, Charlie used to bash single moms, but now look what he left his wife with. Two kids and a business to run. And she's perfectly fine. We can tell by the pictures and the videos and her stage presence. Erika ain't distraught. Only person who's distraught is Candace Owens at this moment. Cause why everybody is cheesy, she just can't understand why everybody is moving on and just going along with what the FBI told them. She just can't seem to get it through that little ant brain of hers. When she figure out that Erika had something to do with her husband's death, then we're gonna see what type of balls, kahunas Candace Owens have. Because I know she hear and sees everything that's being thrown around about Erika Kurt. I know she's seen the Turning Point USA event. I know she's seen the hug. We gonna see what type of cojones Candace Owens have. Or just she just running a rated PG show and yeah, I gotta come over here and hear the truth. Cause I'm gonna say it is what it is. She ain't lost it yet. She knows something fishy going on. She smelling. She gonna keep sniffing around until she get to the till she get to that dead fish in that trash can. And Erica's name allegedly is all over it. Allegedly because she had the most to gain from Charlie Kurtz, and she's already putting that into play. I know the donations went crazy. I know the donations went crazy during that memorial. That's why she had another turning point event with JD Vance now. Donations going crazy. They're eating off of Charlie Kurt's name. That's why I get the they throwing me the crumbs. It's so much food to eat off of Charlie Kurt's name right now. Crumbs is trickled down to the smaller creators like me. Show me a picture of Erica crying, and I'll show you a dog with two heads. You won't see it.
Know exactly what he was trying to show at the time, because you do see Mikey at some point he actually picks up his phone once again and he has it in his hand, and when the shot goes off his fingers instantly go to his ears. At this point I don't see anything that makes me think, oh, this guy's in on it. What happens afterwards, though, I think is really the most peculiar part of his behavior.
We gonna break down Mikey too. Charlie Kirk's so-called friend. Like I said, when you got friends like this, you don't need enemies. You don't. Friends like this shall always keep you on your tippy toes because they always sniffing after your wife. They always sniffing after your career. They always sniffing after your money. And Charlie Kirk was just blind and senseless to all of it. He was blind and senseless to all of it because right after his death, we catch his wife in somebody else's chest. We catch his wife rubbing in somebody else's head. We never see the kids again. The kids probably don't ain't even in the same house as her because she don't want to hear their noise. They probably live in a guest house with the nanny because the mama want to be 23 again.
Here. Now, let me go ahead and say right off the rip, I
Allegedly.
am not accusing this guy of being in on it. I am not saying that, he 100% had some kind of, premeditated knowledge, or, that him and basically everybody around Charlie was in on this betrayal. But if you see the way that he reacts in this situation, you would expect a few things, right? You would expect fear, running.
Let Turning Point USA say it. Mikey acted like a hero. They turned Mikey into a hero on Turning Point USA just by making phone calls. He was a hero. He was a drill sergeant. He moved militant. Mikey was in on it, allegedly. He didn't give a fuck about no Charlie Kirk death, allegedly.
Robbing, hiding, things like that. You wouldn't necessarily expect him to kind of calmly walk away. But here's one thing I want to go ahead and throw out there. There's
Mikey, the nigga who Turning Point was calling a hero, a drill sergeant. He went straight into action. That's the type of guy I would want around me. Yeah, Mikey the hero. If you let Turning Point USA tell it, and they wonder why we're calling this an inside job. They're wondering why we're fishing around Erica Trump's. I'm calling her Erica Trump. Erica Kurt's buttocks. They're wondering why we're sniffing around Erica Kurt's buttocks. They don't smell right. Something just don't smell right, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it because they lied about something in our face.
only like three ways you can act when something horrific happens. Unless you're there, or unless you see something like super tragic happen in front of you, you have no clue how you're going to react to that. Now, his dad didn't do him any favors with the explanation that he gave, Rob McCoy, by saying that, his son was covered in blood, which he clearly was not, at least from the angle that we can see. There's also a discrepancy about the phone calls. Who did he call? Did he call Erika first? Did he call Rob second? When did he make the calls? Apparently, according to TP USA, he did make the call, in fact, after all of this went down, right? So when he puts his phone up, it's totally logical.
He's the hero because he made the call. Let Turning Point USA tell it.
And can be explained even with your own cell phone that, hey, you put your fingers up, you're covering your ears. As he's walking away, you would expect him to put his hands down. Again, is he in some kind of state of shock? I don't know. Then they load Charlie into the van, of course, or into it looks like Suburban. And he's still just kind of walking away, and it looks like he still has his hands up or his fingers in his ears. Now, does he do this because now he's on a call and it's really loud, everybody's screaming, people crying, there's a lot of chaos going on? Is he doing that? Hey, this is what happened, this is what I saw. Again, I think
I wouldn't be surprised if Mikey was Erica's nephew from Italy. I wouldn't be surprised. It's all in the family.
the phone records were released, right? We know that a lot of this stuff is probably sealed. I would imagine this is sealed. And I don't know if Mikey or somebody could, ask counsel like, hey, look, we're trying to dispel some of this stuff. Can I at least release the time logs to show who I called and what time I made the calls, right? That would probably have to go through that, because remember, they're still in the middle of a capital murder case, right? That's what a lot of people tend to forget. It's like, yes, we want the answers. Yes, it's okay to ask questions. And yes, this behavior, in my opinion, is really weird. It's not really what you would expect, considering everybody else is running around freaking out. People are jumping on top of Charlie, his security team.
Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. I've been hearing a lot of people saying this sounds staged. Charlie isn't, like they always say, Charlie went to Cuba with everybody else. Charlie ain't really unalived. But until I see like concrete, cause the video I seen, he got hit in the neck. I know video is just video, and they can do anything with video. But the real question is, why haven't none of the college kids came out? I haven't seen no video of the college kids who was there came out with the post aftermath. Like what's going on after the fact? They could at least did that, right? Had their camera out showing it, the post event aftermath. No video of that. No video of the aftermath. Whose video was circulating around of Charlie Kirk's unaliving? Who video was that? Was it one of the college kids or a politician? Because a lot of those people they was interviewing already had jobs, and it wasn't on college campus. They were already established people. Yeah, Charlie isn't can't be in heaven right now watching your wife touch on people like that. You can't be screaming out loud in heaven because God gonna send you back down.
Imagine is right the protocol. They've gone through this stuff before, or at least the protocol before, to kind of have a plan of what to do. So yes, it's weird. Does this mean that this kid is in on it? I say kid, he's 24 years old, but no, it doesn't. Again, his dad didn't do him any favors with the explanation that he gave. But you would think, if hey,
His dad said he had blood all over his shirt. Why would his dad say that? And we got video. The lie can't circle around the world longer than the truth. It'll circle around it faster, but not longer. Shit just coming out. Dad live video come out. He was behind the curtain on the phone, walking around. No blood, no sense of urgency. Mission complete type of energy. Yeah, I feel like he was unalived and they're not telling us why he was really unalived and who really unalived him. Because if they come out and say them people overseas had something to do with unaliving Charlie Kirk for his thought process on American politics, we will have a problem. We will have a huge problem if they come out next morning and say, yeah, Charlie Kirk was unalived because he was speaking ill will of a certain group of people. He wasn't accepting their donations anymore, like APAC. Oops. Definitely. He was sacrificed so Turning Point can grow. Look how big Turning Point is getting. It's just not a you will never see Turning Point doing college debates anymore. It's too big for that now. That's what Charlie Kirk was comfortable doing. He didn't want to move up that ladder. Erika did though. The people around him did, though. Charlie was just okay debating college kids, growing his company the right way, not taking that donor's money because it was strings attached to it. Erika took the money and the strings. Turning Point is now a psyop. They will be pushing an agenda, so just look out for that. I don't know what the agenda is, but I know Trump and CD Vance got something to do with that agenda. We'll see in the next 4 years when they're on the campaign as one of the biggest donors to JD Vance. When you see Erica Kirk making guest appearances to JD Vance campaigns, sitting there smiling in the crowd, then we find out they got a thing. And he turned around and lied to us and say, it just happened. So now we gotta look back at 2025, year 2025, October 31st. We're like, oh, y'all was touching on each other in 2025? You know they gonna lie. Erica Kurt and Charlie Kurt. It's just a matter of time when that Kirk name ain't making no more money, she's gonna change it again. Erica Vance, Erica Trump, a 304 that was playing housewife. What the hell you think's gonna happen? Allegedly. Allegedly. What the fuck you think will happen? Charlie Kirk did everything right except choose his mate. He looked over Candace Owens, the woman that he had the most fun with. He just looked better with the Erica Kurt. She had none of the qualities but the body. And he bit the bait and got fried in that skillet. All right, let's continue.
We're all in on this, big betrayal of Charlie Kirk.
Yes, she's definitely hunting for her neck. She done pulled out them blacks tight. I'm talking about tight out the back of the closet. Them I need a man tonight. Skinny jeans, them spandex super tight, butt lifted. She don't like being alone, but she don't want to be alone with the kids. She don't like being alone, but she don't want to be alone with the kids. Allegedly, because we ain't seen them little motherfuckers since her husband got passed away. She's coming out that tunnel alone. Now with the kids showing the family dynamic of a single mom. She's not coming out that tunnel showing that family dynamic. She's coming out that tunnel alone and leaving with a JD Vance, leaving with a Trump. I won't be surprised if she running around on some Saudi Arabian billionaire arm. I won't be surprised. Typical Erica Trump. I mean, Erica Kurt. Just look at her past history. The Romanian event. trafficking little girls. She was getting butt naked in front of Trump at 16, allegedly, but we know it happened. Trump was a freaky man with a lot of money. You think them beauty pageants was just to show off beauty? Them beauty pageants was for him. See what type of hot girls he can touch on. The Trump beauty pageant. That was before Charlie. Her life before Charlie was like that. She had a whole life before Charlie, and she was like that. The it girl. Busting moves, making moves. She get with Charlie, have 2 kids. Stay at home mom. Life changing. That's life changing. Dramatic life changing. Charlie had an image to hold up. She couldn't really speak. She was playing a role she wasn't born for. And the only way to get out of that role playing is to, you know what? Now she got everything. And now she looking for a new man. But JD Vance is already married and he can't do that right now. But you know what happened. You know what type of time, Eric. We all know these type of girls, bro. Let's not act like we don't know these type of girls. We don't. Let's not act like we don't know the Ericas, bro. You know the Ericas, bro. Okay, they just restricted my live, but it's okay. We're gonna keep talking
as
about it.
natural as possible. And even this is not exactly natural. It almost looks like a state of shock, but I have no clue. Like I said, they could very well end a lot of this speculation, but we also don't know what they're allowed to release and what they're not allowed to release. That's one part of the puzzle. The other part is the cameraman. His name is Terrell, and he ended up making this like selfie video as Charlie was being put into the van. They shot Charlie. They shot Charlie. He's dead. So the claim they're trying to make here is that how could this guy Terrell have known already that he was dead? Well, I'm sorry, but anybody that's seen that video knew it would take the most incredible miracle of miracles to bring Charlie back. It was pretty obvious. And remember, this guy Terrell had one of the most unfortunate but best vantage points that you could possibly have when the shot happened and everything went down. So to say, and I mean, I could imagine in a state of shock saying, he's dead, right? He's dead, right? It's not like a like total confirmation. Oh,
I understand if that's not your man's. Like if that's not your man's, you really don't know Charlie. I don't have no emotion behind it. I just seen somebody get unalive. That's an eventful day. I'll be talking about it all day, but I'm not gonna sit there and get emotional and start crying talking about this dude just died. But if that's your man's and you grew up around this dude and y'all got memories, that shit gonna hit. It's definitely gonna hit. That's why I'm looking at Mikey so strange.
he died and this is the time, but it's not like that. It's like, oh my gosh, he's dead. Now, taking this video with Charlie right there, hadn't even been loaded in the Suburban yet, is not the first thing I think I would do. Again, I can make this assertion fairly clearly that that wouldn't be my first thought. My first thought would be, I want to get in the van and we need to go to the hospital. I want to be with him. Similar to what you saw Frank Turk do. I don't know what happened moments before this. Maybe they said, hey, the van's full. There had to be a backup vehicle. Some way he needed to be able to get there. Again, this is it's strange behavior. Now, this is the same guy that accusations were.
because that freak coming out of him. JD Vance, come on now. You see what type of crowd he running around with. You see who his mans is. Grab him by the P. That's his mans. What you think JD Vance is on? What type of timing you think JD Vance is on? Erica Kurt with it because she's that type of girl. We gotta stop looking at Erica Kurt with shades on because we can't see the mud that she's walking around and playing in. We can't see it because we only know Erica as what Charlie Kurt portrayed her to be, a loving Christian housewife. And what she's doing after his death, Charlie would be turning in his grave tenfold. It's too much head in niggas' chest, touching on other niggas' heads. Like, come on, dog. I know I sound a little petty right now, but nah, this you ain't really sad. I ain't seen the kids since. I ain't seen them little since. Every time she's walking out the tunnel, she's by herself and she's leaving with the. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Hello, friend.
What's up? What's up? I was waiting on you.
Yeah, this is getting pretty, really pretty ugly.
It's nasty.
Yeah, he wants them white blonde babies now.
Like every time, like JD Vance allegedly, have you heard about him and his marriage? Like what the hell he got going on? He got with a woman who was already married, allegedly.
Recently,
No, his wife, his current wife, was from another marriage.
she's divorced. You mean?
No, they was sleeping together while she was married,
Right.
allegedly.
So she's divorced, and he's her second husband.
Yeah,
Usha.
whoever his wife is.
Yeah. So now she's getting the taste of payback, right?
You talking about with JD and Erica?
Yeah. I mean, what goes around
They,
comes around. So now JD's ditching her and her little brown babies, so he can get with this blonde fake MAGA
hey,
Republican. So and he can make the right kind of white babies with the blonde hair.
yeah,
Even though
and it,
her hair is probably not really blonde either.
that's the only color I see it in.
Yeah, but I mean that can be a bottle.
She
She can go
pull
to
she
you can
pulling
go to
it
the
off.
you can go to the salon and get that.
Yeah, but she pulling off the blonde hair, blue eyes look. She
Yeah,
running around like that the whole time. I wouldn't be surprised if we see her on JD Vance's arm when he's running for president.
hundred
I wouldn't
percent,
be I wouldn't be surprised
hundred
because that
percent. It's going to be
that
before that. Watch it. It's going to happen before that because uh, he's going to either ditch the current wife or she's going to want to get ahead of it and file for divorce first, just to get ahead of it, not because she's really wants it, but because this is the way it's going down, the path it's going down. They cannot have him be running for president and be married to and have a family of the exact people that they're hating on.
yeah, she an Indian. She look like
That's
she look
right.
like that's what she is.
Yep,
Oh
that's
yeah, you can't
exactly what
become
she is.
nah, you
He
can't
met he
become
met her
president.
in law school. They met in law school.
Yeah, that was his first love. His
Yep.
second love is who he putting his hands around.
No, his second love is Trump. This is his third love.
Real love.
He just wants his way
Yeah.
to power,
And
and he has no. This guy who wrote, his sad sack story of being in the mountains of the hillbillies. All of a sudden,
and
now he's in the spotlight. He's a city boy, and he wants all of it. He wants to
and
grab it all.
And for him to be at turning point talking about Christianity is Christianity that, his
Yep.
wife ain't even no Christian. So I wonder how those conversations is going down under his household. Because they
Well, that's what
obviously
he
believe in
said.
two different gods.
He was in a he did a speech somewhere, I don't remember where, just a couple days ago, and he said his hope was, I mean, he said it in the way that diplomatic, but he said his hope was that his wife will see her way to Christianity and want to, change her religion for the reasons that, they're a couple. But he just said that to cover up. He don't even if she did turn to Christianity, she's still brown.
And that's something you can't be
Not in that
around.
group.
Yeah, you can't be Indian brown.
You can't be any color brown.
Can't be nigga brown. You can't be
Nope.
Indian brown.
You can't be any brown. You can't be any color that ain't pure white. You're done, and that's what happens. It doesn't. It
You can be tan brown. That's
can't
the
be
only type
tan.
of
Can't be tan brown either. You got to be white like her. You got to be white like like the color of snow. No color at all. You can't have any
I,
pigmentation in your skin at all. That's what they
I
want because they're trying to create their own version of the white Aryan nation. And if he's going to run for office, that ain't going to fly, him being married to a brown woman.
I know how Erika moving is distasteful, but she really playing chess. Like she really making big moves.
Um, yeah, it's pretty bold, especially for a woman,
A
especially in
housewife.
the party that doesn't want women to have any kind of power. She's sure taking this by storm. She's letting them know that she wants things a certain way, just like they want it.
Yeah. Somebody said you're making a lot of assumptions from one photo. Of course, we gotta break this shit all the way down to the umpteenth PowerPoint.
Yeah, it's not just one photo. There's
It's multiple
rumors.
photos.
There's
There's
multiple.
rumors.
Yep. There's
Why is your
multiple.
head in a nigga chest?
Yep. I mean, she's got her hands, deep into the scalp, and he's got his hands on her hips. Come on. Like the next move is that he's gonna hump her, dry hump her.
She came in by herself. She left with JD.
Yeah, I
Allegedly.
mean, look, it's all supposition when it comes right down to it. But there is rumors that have been floating since literally the day after Charlie bit the dust. And she's not wasting any time. I mean,
At all.
how dare you give a speech at your husband's memorial service and say the only man that comes close to my husband is the husband of another woman?
Exactly. And look how you touched him after you. Come on, big dog. Come
Yeah,
on. If
come
Charlie don't
on.
see this shit from heaven, he ain't never gonna see it. He
Oh, he
didn't see it
sees
while he
it.
was on Earth, and if he
He,
don't see it while he up there, he ain't never gonna see it.
no, he sees it. He's not blind to it. It's everybody else seeing it for the first time. But I mean, how do you have a husband or spouse pass away through a violent act like that, and then you immediately compare them to a man that is in the same league as your husband was, right? He's a MAGA, he's a promoting hate, and he's involved with the administration, except you're the vice president now, so you're even a step above.
Exactly. And Erica Kurt freak comes out when she's around money and powerful men. She couldn't help herself.
Yeah, well, because that's what she comes from. That's all she knows.
I give you $1,000 if you can find her kids. I ain't seen her kids since. She ain't
Yeah,
never went, like she's coming out the tunnel by herself. Like it's supposed to be like a family image. Where's the
right.
family image of you coming out the tunnel with your kids? People seeing the family dynamic of a single mom now.
And this guy here, I don't know if it's a woman or a man, TC, says she ain't wearing those skin tight leather pants for nothing.
Definitely. She out here trying to hook him.
Yep.
Definitely.
She's making
You
an
know,
impression. Not that Yusa is terribly unattractive. She's not as pretty as Erika is, but she's pretty in a different way that this society doesn't
only
want
in
that.
India, only in India she's
That's what I
pretty.
said, that
And
this society doesn't want her kind of pretty.
oh yeah, she's not Erica pretty.
No.
Yeah, she's an old lady. Erica looked 20 years younger than her.
Yeah, but I
But
think isn't aren't they like the same age or very close in age?
I don't know, but Erica looked way younger than her.
Let me look it up. Let me look it up.
But why
Uh,
she's
she might, she looks better because she's also, whenever I've seen JD's wife, and when he was in the church, especially when they did the convocation for Trump, and that pastor, that minister said the things that she said, she was listening very intently. If you remember when they were showing her, like she was not devoid of the same emotions that the Catholic Church represents, but um, JD is just using her lack of being a Christian as the excuse because she doesn't fit the bill in the
he
most
know he made
important.
a mistake.
Right. She doesn't fit the bill in the most important way, and that's the way she looks. Her heritage.
She too close to she looked too close to the Indian with the red dot on their head. She's too close of an Indian. She's
Well,
not
did you
she don't-
see pictures of their wedding? He had the red dot on his head and he wore the Nehru jacket that the Indian men wear.
he probably hated it. He's a Christian, full
He
blown
looked pretty
Christian.
happy. Remember, he
What
married her in law
oh
school
I see it. I
when
see it.
he
Oh, JD Vance, he done glowed up. I can see why trying to move on. He done glowed up.
yeah, he's moving on up in the to the east side, you know what I mean?
Yeah, JD Vance moved on, buddy. He been moved. He done got a little glow on him because these little wedding pictures look like a troublesome kid. But I'm about to play this video and we about to break some more shit down.
Going okay.
Around, hey, he took the camera down, he took the SIM card out of the camera, he's trying to hide evidence. Again, we know that footage is most likely with the FBI, and seeing as you had people.
Yeah, these are the same people Turning Point on the Turning Point show. They was taking up for Mikey and was Mikey the dude who took down the camera?
Um, say that again.
You remember the footage? Did you see any footage where they talking about Mikey, the dude who was behind the curtains? And you remember his dad said he had blood all over him? That guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, was he the one who took down the cameras?
Around, hey, he took the camera down, he took the SIM card out of the camera.
I think he did, yeah.
There had to be a backup vehicle, some way he needed to be able to get there. Again, it's
Hold on, okay.
Loaded in Suburban yet. It's not the first thing I think I best vantage points that you could possibly into the van. They shot Charlie making this like selfie video speculation, but we also don't know what they're allowed to release and what they're not allowed to release. That's one part of the puzzle. The other part is the cameraman. His name is Terrell, and he ended up making the.
Terrell was playing with the cameras. He the one who was taking the Sims cards out. And they didn't do no 16-hour interrogation on Terrell.
All right, I just looked it up. Usha is 5 years older than Erika.
Oh yeah, that's over with. That's over with.
But there's a picture here of Usha. She's actually very attractive. I don't think she's not attractive. She's just not the right
Not
kind of attractive for them.
Yeah, that's what she's not the right kind. He got an image to uphold, and he can't keep walking around here with an Indian.
Well, right. It's, it doesn't really matter whether or not what is this people who post shit like this are absolutely disgusting. You people need to get help. Well,
Yeah, we do need your help. We're trying to find out who unalived Charlie Kirk, or should we
yeah,
just shut our mouth and just let the FBI tell us he got shot and he stopped the bullet with his neck? That what you
yeah.
want us to believe?
I mean, these code red, these people they're literally not rational people whatsoever.
Since they told us a lie, now we gotta do a deep dive, and guess who pops up? Erica Kirk.
Yep. Oh,
And we don't
she's probably part of it. I'm sure she's part of it.
definitely
They
all
just
these
had to
speeches she got.
they had to fix two problems. They had to fix the problem that that JD doesn't have the right persona for the next job that he's going to go for, and they had to fix Charlie Kirk cuz he didn't want to play by the rules anymore.
Definitely Charlie Kirk, he didn't want to play by those moralist rules. But when you got people around you with no morals, they're gonna knock you off if you're standing in between them and that 2M a year.
Yep,
They're gonna knock you off. I don't think
exactly.
Charlie Kirk knew Erica Kirk's background fully. He fell in love at the interview.
Um
Erica Kirk fell in love at the bank.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's right. When she got that check, she knew she was in love.
That insurance money about the, oh my God. She ain't never gonna see them kids again. It's gonna be two houses, one for them, one for her. One for
Yeah.
them and the nanny, and one for her and her festivities, allegedly.
Yeah. Same with Usha. She's going to be the third one in the house by herself with the kids.
Definitely.
And you'll never see JD. You never see him with them anymore. They never come out to his events like they did in the beginning.
I look at JD Vance like a Bill Clinton. That's I don't know how he moving in these streets, but it just looks like that's how he moving in these streets. And I'ma stick to it.
You're probably right. It might, he skipped over the being a governor first, and he went right to being a senator, only
Yeah,
because of Peter Thiel. And
definitely.
now he's looking at the big job.
Yeah, he's gonna run for president. I
I
won't be
mean, and it
surprised.
almost doesn't matter. They don't really care who runs for president because we know who's really running it. The
Yeah,
Heritage Foundation and all the billionaires. They're the ones running the government. It doesn't matter. He just is
but
the convenient person to take the next step, and for him, it's prestige, and he's going to
yeah,
have
it
a lot of
matters.
influence.
It definitely matters to him because what comes with it. But
Yeah, but they don't care. They don't care who gets the job. They're going to do what they're going to do.
definitely. But he will have to swap out his wife if he's going to take hold of that presidency and that chair because they ain't about
Try
to
to
have no
find
peace.
that clip where he talks about her not being a Christian. It was only a couple days ago.
Oh, I'm not. That's just like a side note. I ain't about to go deep diving into
Oh, okay.
uh JD Vance unless he has something to do with Charlie Kirk's unaliving. Right now, we just touching on everybody Erica Kurtz touching on.
Yeah. Well, Linda in the comments said exactly what you were saying earlier.
What
That
she said.
and then I heard that Usha. The rumor is that she's going to file, and she will. She'll go first because she's not going to go out like Charlie did.
Hold on, that's a rumor that she's fouling.
Yeah, I just heard that today. It was announced on one of somebody
It,
covered it. Said
it's
there's
already
rumors that she's going to file for a divorce.
it's already unfolding. Next, we're gonna see TMZ showing a skybox view of Erica Kurt and JD Vance having dinner.
Sure.
That's all it's gonna turn into. We already know. But yeah, back to Tyler. Okay, Tyler is the guy who took the Sims
Like self.
card out of the camera after Charlie Kirk unaliving, and nobody seems to question this guy.
Well, they saw that he removed it because it was getting the behind the scenes truth. That's why. Because where it was positioned, it was getting the part that they're trying to tell you the shooter came from
Yeah,
across on top of a building, and we know the shooter was in the audience.
and he was holding on to his evidence for weeks based on what Candace said because she couldn't get it from him.
Yeah, she's pretty upset still.
Yeah, she's the only one who actually is investigating the Charlie Kirk's unaliving. Everybody else is moving on and getting money. Like ever
Yeah.
since his unaliving, it seemed like everybody is progressing in life very well from
Well, they made him to make it seem like they take the heat off themselves. They made him a martyr. They laid him in
that.
state. They
They
ran they
talk
ran the
they
flags at
talk
half mast. They did
they
everything to
yeah,
say, we're going to be the good guys here, and then they've already thrown him away.
they talked about him like he gave his life up for us. Like he knew he
Yeah.
was gonna die that day. Like he was about to give his life up. That's why he was doing what he was doing.
Yep.
That's not why he didn't know he was gonna be unalived at a college event that he spoke at a dozen times already.
No, he didn't know. He didn't know.
But how Erica speaks on it, he already knew he was about to die. He's a murderer. He's this. Like
Well, she
he
was
gave
mostly
his life
talking
up.
about when he told her that he was allegedly he told her that he was threatened the by Israel. And
Erica
so,
Kurt said that.
yeah. Oh, it's been said by more than one person. Candace Owens said it too.
I know Candace said it, but I never heard Erica
Well,
spit
no,
that up.
she didn't say it out loud. It was in conversation. Forget who posted about it that he had expressed it to her. And if she was on that side, she probably, ratted him out. That's why they said we got to fix the problem.
Okay.
You do it.
She spoke for at least 30 minutes about Charlie Kirk, and she never cracked a tear. She never got choked up. You know,
No.
when you speaking on somebody you really love, it's hard to speak.
Yep.
It's hard. I want to show this video that I show everybody when it's hard to speak. So yeah, I can really get a visual of how it is when you really care about somebody.
And Jenny makes a good point in the comment.
What she say?
She said, you'll see that she'll be working in the White House next to Vance soon.
Definitely. The whole
Yeah.
turning point is gonna be a another space in the White House. Turning Point
Yep.
probably gonna have their own office in the White House.
Yep. They're going to add
That's
it on
one thing
to the East Wing that they tore down.
because Charlie could never do that. He had to get removed for Turning Point to grow to these heights.
Well, because ironically enough, and I'm not praising him, but he had some reservations about what was happening, and even though he,
Hold on,
yeah,
I'm about to let y'all hear how somebody really sound when they really care about the person they're talking about.
Very difficult defeat. Sorry to be the one to tell you that former New York earlier this month about his
Rex
knee
Ryan,
here in 7
former
Pro Bowls. He was named
player that he used
for
to
so many
coach,
people, but particularly for you.
and he's about to speak on one of his former players. He
okay.
can hardly speak. Let's hear it.
Emotions. It's brutal. It's such a great young man. I had the pleasure of coaching him for all 6 years with the Jets. I remember it was obvious I was fired. My last game, Mangle's injured.
And he comes to me and says, I'm playing this game. And he wanted to play for me. That's what I remember about this kid. He was awesome. And just way too young. I feel so bad for his wife, family. Rough. Difficult day.
He couldn't even control himself.
Yeah. And that's how most people would respond, even after they've been shocked into reality. I mean,
And
look at
this
how much she's smiling. And, like, how could you even be happy this quickly after someone that you were supposed to have loved life was taken like that?
every time she's speaking on memories with Charlie, she start laughing, smiling. It's like
Yeah.
the memories don't make her choke up.
No.
Just thinking about the memories with the person that used to spend your life with.
Yeah.
And she never choked up. She spent at least 30 minutes speaking on Charlie Kurt and the memories of Charlie Kurt and how they used to live. And she never choked up not one time. I got a problem with that.
I agree. I agree. But the thing too is she has an agenda already. And somebody here said that earlier. I can't find the quote now, but something to the line that she has an evil spirit. And I do believe that because we know about her history in when
Hold
she
on.
went overseas and she tried to
Yep.
snatch up all those kids, right?
Yep.
And then Dr. Sophia says, what kind of wife says he went home to his God, not our God? That means she's
She
probably
didn't
so
believe what he believed. That's why she said he went home to his guy because she ain't
right,
going home to that guy.
right, because maybe in mixed in his hatred and bigotry, he had beliefs that were less evil than hers. So
Definitely.
she knows she can't be, going home to any god because trust me, for the things that she was capable of doing through the government sending her over to a country when she was only 18 years old to manage and help them with their orphanage, and then children start disappearing and the country didn't waste any time, kicked her ass right out.
My thing is, Charlie used to come out to these events with his whole family, right? And they used to
Yep.
be on stage doing. So
Right.
now I know Charlie is unalive, but why isn't she coming out with the kids?
Yeah, see, this person here, it doesn't have a name, it just a letter C, says
What
that
they
she
say?
loves the power and she's aiming for the mistress spot. She ain't aiming for no mistress. She's going to be wifey. She ain't going to be no mistress.
Or she might get a young 19-year-old that she can take care of that's D'ing her down.
Yeah, but nobody's, she's not going to get anywhere with some 19-year-old. She wants the power and he wants the power. And together they're going to become a power couple. You watch.
Definitely. That is the power couple. That should be Erica Kurt's next move.
Yeah,
If
because look at Donald. He's what he is, and
yeah,
Melania means nothing. We don't hear nothing about her life. She has no place in the White House or the administration, whether she wants it or not doesn't matter. She's not there. He's a single entity. They want they want this. They want to promote that this is it. White families. That's all we care about. White families and white babies.
hey, she gonna get it how she get it. But just know what goes around comes around.
Yeah, but seems like the wrong people get to come around.
Ain't wrong about that.
No, the wrong people meaning the people that are doing the real evil. They're not getting no come
Yeah,
around.
that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
ain't wrong.
they're taking out the other people who are questioning the terrible things they're doing. And he wasn't willing to go along with this.
Yeah,
Listen, as bad a person as he was, he obviously had some line in the sand that he wouldn't cross.
it's just a matter of time before Candace Owens get to sniffing around the wrong area, and she gonna have to get put down
That may be true too. Yeah.
because
Well, that was my first thought when I heard someone talk about Usha. the rumor that she's going to file for divorce first because I think she wants out before they decide to take her out.
Oh, okay. You think she might be unalive unexpectedly so he can move on?
Somebody else spoke about that. They said they wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't get out of there quick, that in a year she ain't going to be.
Yeah.
So, and she's smart, you know. Usha was a lawyer, so she's not dumb.
You talking about JD Vance's wife is a lawyer?
Yeah, she gave up her career
Oh
when
yeah.
he ran for vice president.
Oh yeah. He can't get rid of her without, doing what he gotta do. Cause if he don't, she gonna take everything. At least
Yep.
half.
So she's probably going to get out to save her actual LIFE.
Definitely.
And as a woman who had a career in that relationship and that he encouraged it to be on the side he is now about women can't have money or work or possessions or we're going to take away your vote and all those things, and she gave up her career to support that. And now look what she's going to be dealing with. Like I said, it's payback's a bitch.
Yeah, I wonder how her former husband feel because she cheated on him with JD Vance. So it's like this the type of mud JD Vance want to play in. This the type of person he is, and we just gonna see down the line on who's on his arm when he's running for president.
If it's not her, I don't know who it's going to be, but it isn't going to be the woman he's married to now, because she doesn't fit their bill. I'm surprised they even let him be vice president, knowing that.
He ain't getting with no Buddha Indian. You
No.
gotta be full blooded Christian, and Erica fits that bill.
Well, even if you're not full blooded, you got to be a white American at least.
And Erica fits all of that. Check
Yep.
marks on everything.
And then she can be a double martyr, right? Because then she can say, I'm the wife of a martyr. And now she's going to join the party to seek the justice that they need for the party and for Kirk, for Charlie.
Charlie just made the biggest mistake Charlie made. He made all the right moves except the person he chose to lay next to. And
Yeah,
we're
but
seeing what's going on now.
he didn't choose her. She chose him. They sent her for him.
But he thought he chose her because he said during the
Yep.
interview, "You're going to be my wife." And I bet she
Yep.
was thinking, "No shit, dickhead."
Yep. No, they did a number and they're doing it again, and they're going to keep engaging in these kind of tactics and evil until they get the control thereafter. And we got to get out in those local votes. Got to vote for your governors that are coming up for reelection. You got to vote for your mayors that are coming up for reelection. You got to keep them out of office. Right now, there isn't a good one to be found.
I think they are going to pop who. But
Yeah,
before,
they mean Usha, right?
oh
Lashia, you mean Usha?
yeah, if they can't pay you off, that's what they do.
Yeah. That's why she might be filing, the rumor is, because maybe she wants to let them know, okay, I don't want to play. I'm going. I'll leave.
All right, before we get up out of here, you got any last words?
Uh, we're in a sad state of affairs at this point in time. We are under almost military rule. We
First
have
day of no food stamps. Food stamps didn't go out.
like finesse. I can't read it on the white shirt. Says Usha doesn't want Vance because she's embarrassed by him. I hope that's the reason. I hope that she's got integrity. After all, she let him do a lot of things that he wasn't the way he was when she knew him in law school, and she abided by all of that. And now she's having regrets. I hope she's having regrets. I hope that she is embarrassed that she wants to be away from this whole thing and not associated with it, and maybe have some way to recoup some integrity again and raise her children right.
Yeah. She might have to raise Erica children too, because obviously Erica want to travel the world.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to let that happen. Yeah,
She
I don't
might
think
be the
so.
designated babysitter while her and JD Vance go out and travel the world.
No, but Usha's going to have to go back to being a lawyer again. She's going to have to work now if this is the case. Um, she's going to be a working mom with a single mom status. She's not poor by any means, and I'm sure they'll try to do something right, but not, I wouldn't put anything past them to try to screw her over too.
All right. Before I head up out of here, I just wanted to let everybody know Charlie Kirk does have a single mom running his Turning Point USA.
Yep.
Somebody who he would talk down about during his college debates. Now, a single mom is running Turning
Right.
Point USA.
Where he literally
How
said women shouldn't have that kind of power.
how ironic.
That's right.
Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. We're gonna figure this out down the line. Whoever can of worms we gotta open up, we're gonna open it up without no apologies, and we're gonna say allegedly at the end of everything because we really don't know the truth, but we can put the puzzle pieces together and make them fit if we cut it right.
Yeah, and to this uh, Vader 77, yeah, we don't have fake drama. You guys have been creating all the drama. All we do is report on it
Yeah.
because we don't need to make anything up. You people produce some of the sickest drama that this country has been through since its inception.
Are we making up the hugs? How she hugging other men? Are we making up how she put her head in Trump's chest? Did we make that up or did we see that?
We saw it.
So if you think we making stuff up, you obviously not watching what we watching, and go watch somebody else's TV because you don't know what the hell is going on over here. All right, I want to thank you for coming up again and being my co-host
Thank you,
and
dear.
getting down to the bottom of what the hell is going on with fast ass Erika Kurt and how she moving on so fast.
Yeah. We ain't done seeing what she's up to yet.
Yeah, we gonna her PR team got to get better because how she moving, the audience is looking at her strange.
Yeah, but they don't, like Trump said, they don't care what anybody thinks. They doing what they're gonna do no matter what, how they gotta get it done. They are lawless. They have no conscience whatsoever, no morals, no ethics. It's all about the win, the power, and the money.
Somebody said I didn't look at it like this. She might be vulnerable.
What?
She after that's what somebody said. She might be vulnerable.
They could say that, but
But
um,
if you look at the speeches and Sarah's speech, hey, this
there's no vulnerability when you don't
she ain't
cry
new
a
to this.
single tear.
Yeah,
When
she
all you
ain't new to
do
this.
is make the sounds of crying, but there's not a single wet spot on your
And
face.
her signature move, I keep seeing her do this. Just had a little tissue and pat her eye a couple of times. That's her
Yeah,
signature move. Is she sad about Charlie or nah, bro? Like I need to know
yeah.
because
No,
she can
she's
speak
not.
about the dude for 30 minutes and not cry not one bit, not choke up not one bit. But
No, I mean
she coming
she.
out the tunnel patting her eye like she just got through crying about Charlie Kirk.
The idea that anybody could lose anyone they say they love and not get emotional in the real terms of emotion is really hard to imagine. And she got up there giving up what was a powerful speech about moving on and taking Turning Point to the next level, and she was going to run the company. that was not about caring that your husband just became, chop meat.
That was about we about to change some shit and turn this shit around.
Yep.
This is my shit now.
Yep.
I'm about to bring my friends in. JD Vance, Donald Trump. I'm about to bring these guys in to turn this shit up. That's all
Yep.
she been doing. That's what I gotta give her credit
Oh
for
yeah, I mean, look,
taking
you
Turning
can give
Point
them
USA to
credit.
another level.
You can give them credit for the boldness and the absolute audacity that they have, but the idea is it's to the exclusion and elimination of everyone and everything that doesn't abide by their exact terms. And this is another move to show power and strength that goes on behind the scenes when you don't even know who the source is, but they're going to do whatever. This is the when if you want to take an analogy, this situation of getting him taken care of in the way they did and them tearing down the east wing of the White House is all about power. Is we are going to do what the f we want when we want to do it, and we're not going to explain ourselves. Period.
Because they're bad liars. When they choose to tell us about something, we be like, when they chose to tell us who unalived Charlie, we looked at it like, hold on, none of this makes sense.
Right.
So they'll just throw anything at us because we can't do nothing about it. They'll just tell us anything.
Right. And just like Mike Johnson, with the same attitude that he has about every time he's put on the spot, they will just change the story over and over again and refine it and retool it and just say the next best thing that comes into their head, that this is better than the last thing I said and this is what it means, because it's all hypocrisy and lies. Just the fact that they let her say the things that she said and maybe even encouraged her when they are literally trying to destroy women's ability to even be part of this society anymore is as hypocritical as it gets.
Definitely. These guys are definitely big time hypocrites. They'll smile in your face one day, turn around crying in your face the next day while a celebration is going. They the opposite all the time. That's why Erica Kurt can't seem to get a tear out every time she speaks. If she can get one tear out, that will do wonders. That will do wonders on her perception of the audience, on the audience perception. Because
You should
at this
let
moment,
Leisha come up. You should let Leisha come up and talk. She's got some good points. She said she should be grieving for her children who lost their dad.
yeah,
And that
come
she
up
said
before I.
we
Where's
haven't
she
heard
at?
anything about the guy they arrested who's supposed to be the suspect, right?
Hold on, I'm about to let her speak on it. I'm about
Yeah,
to
because I don't
see
want to
if she
keep
want to come
speaking
up.
for her, reading her comments, because she's making good points.
Great point. If she want to speak before I head on up, cause I like. Or you want? If she don't come up, all right, there she go. What's the
Good,
word?
good evening.
What's up,
Hello?
Hey, it's Aisha.
Oh, I'm
Aisha?
sorry. I thought that was an L. I apologize.
Oh no, it's okay. Oh, but yeah, she is definitely showing whole behavior. There's no way. I've been married for 24 years, and my husband is my best friend. And I just to think about I would lose him hurts my heart. And then the way that he passed away, I would be unconsolable for my children.
Yep.
Yeah, like she's put like this woman is put together like nothing happened. She's speaking on her. That's what I can't get over. How can you speak on somebody like this so significant in your life without cracking or crying, just anything? She spoke on her husband and the memories that they had for 30 minutes without being choked up not one time.
Let me tell you something. Just to think, I'd rather me and my husband go together so that He won't be here unconsolable, can't function, depressed, not eating. Look how she dressed and grabbing the back of his head
Yep.
like they just hit one backstage or something. That
Yeah.
don't look like a grieving widow. Look how Jacqueline Kennedy looked when they killed her husband.
Oh, she was
Yep.
toe up. She was toe up.
You know what I'm saying? Had his blood, and she was there and had his blood and brains all over her clothes. And you know what she was trying to do?
What?
Console her children
Yep.
and be there for her
We ain't
children.
seen them kids since Charlie left.
Aisha, was it you in the comments that said they're going to go to boarding school?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
They're going to ship them off and get them out of the way.
They gon' let me tell you what's gonna happen. If Usha don't die in some kind of car crash or plane crash
Oh, God forbid.
or
Yeah.
something like that,
Yeah.
or when she do die in the plane crash or the suicide or whatever or
They got options.
the accidental overdose,
Right.
them
I think you're
kids.
right, Aisha. I think that they're going to humiliate her in her death.
Exactly.
Yep.
They gonna send them kids to boarding school or send them to their grandparents wherever they at,
Yep.
because what they're promoting is white supremacy, and she does not fit the bill.
Nope.
I'm truly shocked that they allowed him to be on the ticket, because
Right.
they don't get down like that. You know
Well,
what I
that's what
mean?
I said. The fact that he even got that far with her was shocking.
Exactly. And she's non-Christian.
Right. And
Yeah.
she was a working woman at the time, a working mother.
Exactly. She don't fit. She don't fit the narrative. The
No.
narrative: blonde, blue-eyed, white woman, Christian values,
A trad wife.
attractive,
Yep.
pretty when she smile. Come out, wave your hand, hold his hand. Okay, get your ass in the back. That's what they
Yeah.
want. And Miss
Yep.
Usha does not fit that bill.
No.
She
Even though
doesn't.
she did, give up her career, she was a career mom. I mean, one of their kids is what, like 6 or 7, so she worked for about 7, 8 years as a mom.
Right, right. So, and you can tell he's enjoying every second of it. He grabbing her hips.
Yep.
I have never allowed, and I have a lot of male friends that I went to college with, that I worked with, my friends, husbands, brothers, and cousins, and things like that. I've never allowed a man to grab me by my hips or the back of my head, or I've grabbed a man by the back of my, and my husband is watching. Oh
Yeah.
no, ma'am.
And the thing that's just so unnatural about it is it even shows familiarity that you wouldn't think he'd have with her.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
Because
Hmm.
normally when you hug somebody, it's especially when they're shorter than you, it's up around the shoulders,
that's
right?
right.
You're up high because they're a little bit shorter than you, and then
Right,
it's just a greeting hug. It's not like I love you.
right.
Like you look at the picture to the left, it almost looks like he's whispering something in her ear.
That's intimate. Like, yeah, I hit it real good in the back before I came out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling
Yeah.
you. I'm telling you. She trying to seal the deal. He's sitting here. He forgot temporarily that he was married and allowed her to do that to him. But
Yep.
that is to disrespect a wife and push her to go kill herself so they can put them kids in boarding school, and
Yep.
he raise her kids and walk out on stage with her.
With her family and not
With,
his.
yes.
Yeah, because they are not going to be a blended family. That's not happening.
Oh no.
No. No, no.
No, no, no,
And
no.
they're I think Usha, being that she's well educated and an attorney, I think she knew that she sees the writing on the wall and she's not going to wait for them to take care of her. She's going to remove herself. So she'll stay safer that way. Get out of the
Exactly.
picture now before they try to force you out. She can't fight for him because she won't win.
Right. And I don't honestly, they don't look like a loving, healthy, sexual married couple. It looked like a marriage of convenience to me. He needed help studying. She was
Yep,
the smartest girl in the class.
yep. Oh, he
She
used her.
never
He
took
totally
she
used
never
her.
took his religion either. So it's like,
No, no, no. He totally used her. She's a little older than him too. I think by a year or two.
Mm-hmm.
And he totally used her because if you read his book, which I did when it came out in 2016, before any of this was even a thought, he basically had low self-esteem. He was a chubby kid. His mother was a drug addict, and he tried to play up that his mother got became an addict that's recovered because of what happened over the border. It had nothing to do with that. She was a nurse and she was stealing drugs every hospital she worked for.
Mm.
Read the book. She's a criminal.
Let me tell you
they
something. I didn't read his book, but I saw the movie, which was based on the book.
Yeah,
Look, he was a poor dunk white dude out of Appalachia. And they they are not going to accept that wife. They don't accept her now. They
no,
say nasty things about his wife now, that
yep.
his bloodline is tainted, and what the fuck were you thinking marrying some, they say some of the awful things, and he never comes to her defense. And that's how you know they're in a loveless marriage.
Well, it's the
mm,
same thing. That's the same thing Ted Cruz did. He let Donald Trump insult his wife. He never stood up to him or said anything about it. She was right there.
Check.
That's what these men. They're spineless because they are so driven by the thought that they can actually be something. I don't care what they've achieved on paper. If they can actually be something and have respect, that this is the way they think they're going to get it. When they're just pawns, just as well, because they can go out just like Charlie did.
Oh,
They make
absolutely.
the wrong decision and they'll take them out just the same way.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And let me tell you something. If your husband loves you, let me tell you about my husband. I wish you would look at me crazy or say something crazy about me. My husband will die
Yeah,
trying to take the person out that disrespects me, hurt me, or say anything nasty to me. And he don't give a fuck who it is. Police, co-worker. My husband walked off a job because I wasn't well and he needed to get to me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what he said
yeah,
to me? Oh, babe, I fucked up, but you said you wasn't well. They wasn't gonna let me go, and I wasn't gonna just leave you like that.
yeah.
And got another job. You think, girl, ain't no, you can't love your wife doing shit like this in a picture like this. This was not no innocent shit right here. They
Oh, I
took,
mean, this is on nationwide TV. This is the most
uh-huh.
disrespect you could show your
Oh, no.
spouse. The most disrespect. Matter of fact, they're both disrespecting. She's disrespecting the dead, and he's disrespecting the living.
mm, mm, mm.
Oh,
Erica
Absolutely.
Kurt got a lot of explaining to do.
she sure do. But
Charlie fell in love. She was already married to the game.
when you a hoe, your whole like tendencies, you can't turn them off.
You can't. You can hide them for a while, but it's gonna keep
You
popping
can't
out.
turn them
Keep
off.
popping out.
That's right. That's how she got Charlie. Look, Charlie was a basic ass Ohio 4.
Yeah, he was a nondescript white guy.
A 4.
Yeah,
He was no Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, or whatever. He wasn't that type of. He wasn't that type of white dude.
I'm not going to
No.
hire you. I'm going to marry you.
And he wasn't even in the high IQ range, you know.
She been around way more powerful men than Charlie at that point. Like
Yes.
her life was already cemented before she met Charlie. So she's not going to change her stripes and go and be a housewife.
Oh no, she only did that to go along with the game that they were playing. That's all.
She's seen what Charlie was sitting on and said, I gotta get that. I want that.
Yeah. But
Charlie
don't
was sitting
forget,
on a fortune.
she comes from enough wealth that she didn't need to marry somebody below her that was working his way up. She was already up.
But
And
Charlie had Turning Point USA is kind of a power staple. Like you running Turning Point USA, you got some power in the game. He built
well,
that. He built it like that.
yeah, but still, I mean, I'm sure that behind the scenes, if the truth comes out, she had a lot of influence on how that
De-
went, I think.
Definitely, but she don't want to be the background. She's
Yeah,
not used to playing the background. She's a front guy. She's a HBIC. She's a boss.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, she's used to being in control, and I don't think she liked being in the background because you never seen or heard from her
I know
prior
until
to him getting popped in the neck.
Yeah, well,
because
I mean, I don't
she was
think people
portraying the
even,
housewife.
yeah,
Mm.
nobody even knew her first name before this.
We never seen her.
Never.
But now all of a sudden she can pop out with Donald Trump and pop out with JD Vance, just get these powerful men to pop out for her at a Turning Point USA event.
Oh, absolutely. But bless her heart. Bless her heart. How you get him is how you lose him.
Well,
She
you could say that about Usha then too, right? How you get them is how you lose them.
How you get him is how you lose him.
yeah.
And
I mean, I'm not feeling sorry for her either. She did what she did, and then she picked a guy who was willing to completely change his stripes and say the things he said about Trump in the beginning being Hitler and now being the guy's secondhand man waiting to take his job away when he either backs down or, kicks it.
oh, absolutely. Change. He kissed the ring, changed his stripes
Yep,
for profit, and now
yep.
you know.
And power. Yep.
And he knows at any second he can
What did this
become the
person say
president of
to
the
us?
United States.
Th- uh,
Soon as Trump kicked the bucket, boom, he next batter up. So,
Cameo, no, Kami, I'm sorry, I can't say your name. I'm mispronouncing it.
Comey,
Kaomi says she's a Scorpio. She's about the money, baby.
yeah, she about that money, that blue cheese, the bag,
Sorry, Cameo.
the
I
Ben
hope I
Frank.
didn't butcher your name.
She about all of that. She a bag chaser. I've been calling Erica a bag chaser since I've seen her. She's all about the bag, and she will step on who she need to step on to get to that blue cheese.
oh,
Yeah,
absolutely. And instead of her like trying to be there for her children,
I ain't seen them kids yet. I ain't seen them kids since, bro.
oh,
I ain't seen them.
They probably in boarding school already.
Probably in Italy somewhere in boarding school.
yeah, yeah. I mean, blah 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 says the same thing. I don't feel bad for either one of them either. They both those women done people dirty, and JD is gonna be the next one. You watch.
Oh yeah, karma catches up with you when you live a dirty when you live a dirty life and you do dirty. Let me tell you something. It comes back three
Yeah,
times fold, and
C-
unfortunately, it's coming.
yep.
CJH said she's already rich. What are y'all talking about?
He,
Chauncey
he
Billup was already rich. Why was he still gambling? He's addicted to money. She wants the money. you can be rich and still want money, want more and
Oh,
more
there's
and
more
more.
money to be made.
Oh
What you
yeah, but
talking?
not only the more money, they crave the power. The
Yes,
power, it's intoxicating. It's like a
Exactly.
drug. They can't stand it. The money doesn't even matter anymore. They just need more and more and more power. It's like it's pure evil, evil driven. They
Is
don't.
that really
There comes a
Scorpio
point where they
energy?
don't have to
oh
worry
yes.
about money anymore. Now they want the power
And yeah,
and the
that's all it is
control.
power. All it is she wants to walk around. She wants to be
She
the
wants to
next
be the
first
wife
lady.
of the next president. She wants to
Yes.
be the wife of the next president.
Yes, she
And then
does.
she's going to be a trad wife. She's going to go back to being
Mhm.
traditional, and she'll do all the stuff that they want her to do, but she'll say she was the first lady, and then I bet she'll be 10 times more active than Melania ever was. She's going to be a real,
Her
like she's
resume,
going to.
her resume
Exactly.
going to include beauty pageant, Turning Point CEO, first lady. Her resume about to be great. She's
Oh,
Oh no,
already.
absolutely.
she's going to be beauty queen, and child trafficker,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then she's
yeah.
going to be first lady.
Oh yes. She wants to be the first lady. So that's why she trying to put her anchor in his ass right now.
Yep,
And they're gonna do everything they can do to drive Usha crazy so she can commit suicide because she couldn't take it anymore and send
yep,
the kids off to boarding school.
yep.
Or
But but like you said
grandma and
earlier,
grandpa Gurpreet
yep,
Patel or whatever the hell her last name is.
yep. Well, listen, but I like that other person said, I don't feel bad for either one of these women because they both done people plenty dirty.
Oh
What
yeah.
happened
And
to those girls
Usha's
in
getting her payback now. And unfortunately, as sad as it is for the children to see all of this really horrible, wretched kind of lifestyles and behavior that they talk about morality and Christian values, and they are some of the most vile people.
Mm-hmm.
Vile.
Oh yes.
Erica was never a Christian. Erica wasn't even a Christian until she got with Charlie. So you can tell she's just playing whatever side got the biggest wave at the moment. So it's like
Right. I read
she
that
gonna
somewhere.
be
They
she
said she
gonna be who
wasn't.
she need to be to get where
Yep.
she needs to go.
Yep.
Shit.
They
Either
said that.
one of them. When do you ever see any of them going to church? None of them. Trump, Melania, JD Vance, and of course Usha don't go to church.
No.
They're not the Christian fundamentalists that they say that they are. They're not. But that's the narrative to get the vote. And
What I
Tommy,
don't
it
know
seems
who.
like Tommy want us to believe that Charlie stopped the bullet with his neck.
Yeah.
That's what he
And
wants us to believe, that Charlie had a Superman neck that can stop any type of bullet.
if
and
fuck out of here.
CJH has got a lot to say too about, maybe you should be a little more driven. What do you know about our drive and our accomplishments to be better instead of bitching about other people? We're not bitching about any other people. These are the people that are running the country. In case you didn't notice,
And,
CJH, that
and
you're living in that's turning to absolute pile of shit.
and on our time off of work, can I just relax a little bit, CJ?
And for
Can we talk
me,
about what's going on in the news, CJ? Or do I just, it ain't my business, so I just gotta keep moving on.
and
It's
I am
interesting.
and I'm college educated. I have two careers. I'm a nurse
Well, no, none of us have to
and
justify our
I
opinions
work
to
for
anybody,
a
like
and
CJ.
I work very hard and I make six figures. So you're not talking to a bum or an uneducated woman over here,
No,
CJ.
absolutely not. Your points in the comments were so good. That's why I told him he should bring you up. You could speak for yourself. You didn't need me to read your comments. CJ over here seems to think that this is about sin instead of being about integrity, about honor, about caring about the people in the country that you're supposed to be governing.
CJ, they lied to us about who unalived Charlie Kirk. Am I supposed to just say okay and just keep moving?
They wanted us to believe that it was Antifa, knowing damn well it's the usual suspects
Yeah.
that popped him.
Well, see, that's the mistake that was made in the beginning when they let them keep using Antifa like that meant something when it's really an abbreviation of anti-fascist, and
CJ, what's your
led
beef?
people led people down the path that Antifa means anything other than we're against exactly what the fascists have been doing.
All right, we got CJ up here before I get out. I've been saying I'm gonna get out of here, but for real, CJ,
Yeah.
what's your beef? What's your beef with the panel?
I don't have a beef with anybody, to be honest with you.
Just shut
I'm
the
just,
hell up.
I'm,
All right, I'm about to get up out of here. I want to appreciate y'all for coming through. I
Peoples, that was beautiful.
Bless his heart. He
yeah,
must be a true Trump supporter and felt he needed to defend the
we
undefendable.
we read all his comments. We already know what he was about to say, so it's like ain't no use to you
Just
being up here. You
bless
wrote
your
it all.
heart. Bless your heart, CJ. Go read a book. Open your eyes. Go look at something other than Fox News and Newsmax and see what is happening before your eyes, my dear. Because what it is about is that the American people are going to suffer with the things that they're doing. These people are right in front of your face, playing in your face, knowing that it was an inside job when they popped Charlie Kirk. I'm not a Charlie Kirk fan at all. At
Nah,
all.
me
But I'm
neither.
just, at the end of the day, what happened to him was tragic. And those children lost their father. But their mother is acting like, ooh, I'm free.
I like how you put that.
But she
She's
loved him
acting
so
like she's
much.
free now.
But she loved him so much. He was the lover of her life. And he was a this and he was a that. When I have to get up and give speeches and I thank my husband for the support that he's given me, I can barely give it out. You know why? Because I love my husband with every fiber in my body. That's why we've been together for 28 years and married for 24.
I want to
And I
thank
will
both of
be
y'all.
Congratulations.
I want to thank
unconsolable
both of y'all for coming up and
Thanks
if
for
something
having us.
happened to my husband.
having this conversation with me. But I'm about to head out and go to sleep.
Okay.
Y'all have a good night.
All right,
Aisha,
you
nice
too.
meeting you.
Nice to meet you. And like Wu Tang Clan says, protect your neck.
Yep.
I'm out.
Hey, I like that play. Protect your
Peace
neck.
out.
Come on now.